What's going on, buddy?
Hey, bud, how are you?
I'm good, man. All things considered, been pretty busy,
Good to see you. As good as I can right now.
Yeah, right. How's things going with you? Everything's good?
Yeah, everything's good. Everybody's healthy.
Good.
Staying busy.
Yeah, you busy at the shop?
Very busy. Yeah, we've actually been doing 12-hour days, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. because we're really busy.
Wow.
I was closed for 3 weeks back when COVID first hit, and I was out for 5 weeks. So that really put us, behind.
Yeah, I think we shut down for maybe 2 months, shut down. And then maybe even longer, actually, especially with the showroom. And then, man, we've really been part-time now. And then we've had the showroom open 6 days a week more recently.
You don't know what to think, how dangerous it is. And, people who've had it. And I know people, I've had customers that died from it, so you got to take it seriously.
Yeah. Now, what about you? You had a bit of a scare with it, huh?
I had it for 5 weeks. I tested positive, and the first 2 weeks were really bad. And then the third week was kind of bad. And after that, it was just like a flu after that. But the first 2 weeks were really scary.
Really?
I stayed, healthy enough. Wasn't admitted to the hospital, which was good. My wife took good care of me. Nobody else got it.
That's amazing, right? I mean, you were around everybody, right?
I kind of isolated. We have an upstairs and a downstairs, and the downstairs is fully furnished, so I kind of just stayed down here.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the weirdest thing is I still have, we're talking, this was the end of March, beginning of April, and my smell still is not back 100%. It ain't never come back. And certain parts of my taste is not back.
Really?
Yeah, weird.
Now, did you lose that altogether when you were sick?
I did. Well, for the first 2 weeks, I didn't eat for 2 weeks. No desire to eat. I was really weird because it's not if you get the flu, you want to sleep and feel better. Couldn't sleep. I had sleep deprivation. I was hallucinating. It was pretty weird. Didn't want to eat. And when I started eating, any seafood, I could taste perfectly. But meats, steak, couldn't taste it at all.
Really?
And even still, I don't even hardly eat red meat anymore because it just doesn't the taste
doesn't do the same for you.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Wow, that's crazy. And that must have been tough on the family, huh? Scary.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I got a big photo album from that whole time, of what I look like.
Really?
I don't even know how much.
21 pounds.
Yeah, 21 pounds in 2-3 weeks.
I lost 7.
Yeah. Hey, Vince, say hi to Paulie.
Hey, Vince.
But anyway, yeah, it was kind of scary. But, thank goodness I pulled out of it. Christian, he's got buddies down in Jersey. One of his buddies down in Jersey died from it.
Really?
Yeah, he's Christian's age.
Yeah, really?
And I had a customer that died. He was older. But,
Frank?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been so crazy. And, we've been trying to be as strict as we can with this whole thing. And, we quarantined real strict for a long time. And even now we try not to go into stores. New York's gotten a lot better, but there's such a high risk there. You know what I mean? For even our loved ones, we don't really see anybody that much, That's been the hardest part, I think, is kind of staying away from different family members,
Yeah, no doubt. So, so what are you up to, man? What do you got going on?
Well, I'll tell you, man. First of all, thanks for coming along and being a guest judge on this thing. It was maybe the second month into quarantine, and I was like, I gotta figure something out. I've been wanting to do something to change things up a little bit, like a virtual car show, or an online car and motorcycle show. And it's a big pay it forward. Think about it, Vin. These people watched us all those years, do creative, fun things. And now this is a perfect platform to pay it back. Look, think about when we were younger. We were always just tinkering and messing around with those planes in the background. Remember, I built that exhaust for that plane. It really worked. But like before we were professionals, we started somewhere, right? It was like you experimented, right? How many bikes did you have that you messed with, or you're always tinkering things, right? And so there's so many people out there, but they don't have a platform to showcase maybe some type of idea that they did, or just the fact that they're proud of it, and it gives them a boost, and it kind of causes them to move forward a little further, right? You didn't just stop tinkering with bikes. We went on to doing like, all those crazy customs, all those years of American Chopper, because think about it. We were given an opportunity, really, because without television and all that hype, we may not have ever built all those bikes. Most likely it wouldn't even happen that way. Like that was our opportunity. Yeah. So my thought is like, maybe out of the box, it might not seem that way, but I think it could be grown into something that could give people an opportunity to put a leg up. Like maybe be able to make it a career, do multiple builds, do what they're passionate about, because they get enough attention where they can start doing that on some level.
That's fantastic, man. It is the opportunity, because I mean, how many people in the middle of nowhere don't have any opportunity to get their bike shown?
And they supported us for all those years, and we're kind of experts, right? I mean, we've done it long enough where we've kind of earned the right to be able to say what's good and what's not. We brought in judges that are even more specific to this particular area of motorcycles, so I don't know. I thought it'd be fun for us, Here's what's cool about it. We can even get into some of the stuff we like. I know when I called you, I mentioned maybe doing some of those 80s cars, and, like that'd be killer, I mean, you had that Camaro, right? Back in the day. What was that?
83.
Yeah. And I mean, that would be a fun class to bring you back in for. And I think in our age group, where we like romanticize those days of the 80s,
Right. Yeah. They were the coolest days of our lives back then.
They were, man. They were our best days. And there's a lot of guys out there like me and you that want to see that stuff again, and that's just one of many categories,
Oh, that's exciting, man. I like it. I like hearing about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it, man. Because I know just me, I was a tinkerer my whole life, riding since I was little, working on stuff. Nobody ever saw any of that. I didn't even have cameras to take pictures of it.
Yeah, I know.
It's like forgotten them all,
I know. You're right, man. There was no smartphones. There was no technology. You had to go in the house and make a phone call.
Yeah.
Right?
Once in a while, I got the old camcorder out. I still got some old
videos.
Movies, doing stuff.
Yeah.
Very rare. Very little.
Yeah, who's got really funny VHS videos? Mikey. Have you ever seen his from when he was a kid?
No.
Oh my gosh, dude! I'm telling you, you got to see him. We got him on DVD. So funny, man. Doing like Nancy Kerrigan skits back in the day. Just crazy. Just cooking shows with my sister. I mean, just out of his mind. But
I've been talking to Michael a lot.
Yeah. I see. How you guys seen each other more? Or?
Yeah. I saw him. I don't know, maybe a month or two ago. He came over a couple times.
Yeah.
I built a full kitchen in my shop, so I cook a lot there, man. I cook breakfast, lunch, everything there.
Was he cooking with you?
Yeah, he was coming back there. Yeah, he wanted. He was talking about he wanted to do a cooking show.
No.
Like, hey, let's do it, man.
That's kind of cool, though, man. You got like a whole cooking setup in your shop.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. We put a shower, a bathroom, everything in there, so I could do all that stuff. Get all dirty and walk into the kitchen and just, put on your apron and start freaking cooking.
Nice. That might be a cooking show. I think that's pretty unique, huh?
Yeah. So we were just talking about it because I'm big into cooking, man. The older I get, the more I love cooking, So
yeah,
it's cool, man. I enjoy that stuff.
It's funny. I started cooking a lot more than I used to because of this COVID thing, man. We cook every day now. We eat out a lot. We cook at home every day now, like every single day.
Yeah. I even get Vincent over here to cook with me sometimes. We make like the Asian dumplings.
Oh, yeah?
Homemade from scratch, man. Yeah, they take a while. Me and him do it, man. It's awesome. We have a good time doing it.
Nice. Good.
We like doing that stuff. But yeah, man, this is a great idea, man. That's exciting.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're a part of it, man.
Me too. Thank you. I appreciate you even approaching me on it. That's great because, I mean, we got a lot of things going on. I got my own life and my kids and you got your kid and your wife, and you got so much stuff going on. We don't really get a chance to connect ever,
No.
It's kind of cool, man. It's really cool that we can do this together. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
we get into it. I think the next run, we're calling this round 1. I think round 2 is going to be motorcycle and a car, whatever that might be. We're talking maybe the new Indians, maybe see who's customizing the new Indians and make that one thing. And then something car related. We'll talk about maybe doing Jeeps or, something.
What about a scooter class, man? Maybe a scooter class.
Yeah, man. Well, we can,
There's some guys really, really pimping them things out, man.
Oh, I know.
I'm back into scooting again, man.
Great. It's so funny. I was just talking to a guy the other day, and I was telling him how, like, all the bike shows we went to all those years, we'd be signing autographs, then we'd want to, like, scoot back to the hotel, and we just get on the scooters, all, like, 7 of us, and be like, and go, like, blasting by sidewalks, backyards, right? Any way to get back to the hotel, 2 hours, eat lunch, and then zoom all the way back and sign autographs, right? I mean, and that was the funnest part about the whole event. Right?
It was the greatest part ever. I was just saying, like, somebody was just looking at my Vespa today, and I'm like, something? You want to hear something funny? That Vespa was out in Sturgis. That thing went to Mount Rushmore. Remember that?
Dude.
We had all the scoots out in Sturgis.
Dude, that was the funnest. Dude, that was so fun.
That was so much fun, man. But I've been scooting a lot, man. I got Mikey's old Yamaha Vino 125.
Oh, yeah?
I keep that right up in Rhode Island. So when I go up there on weekends, man, we've been taking it in Newport. We've been driving everywhere. It's so much fun.
And they're reliable and just they're fun. You own them. When you're on them, you own them. Like, you can make them do whatever you want, right? They're just not hard to ride. They're just nothing but fun. You barely even think about it,
I know. You know what they do for me? I smile when I ride them.
The whole time. Oh my God.
I smile. I love it.
We used to even rally around here. Remember?
Yeah. You
still got like Donnie's house? I do. That thing's brand new. Brand spanking new.
I think you got your Vespa 300?
300, yeah. And then Rachel's got a 250.
150.
Is it a 150?
150. And then what about your old Yamaha Zuma? Do you still have that gray one?
No.
No, you got
rid of that? That's what I have. I have the big gray one. Is that what you're talking? No.
No, the Yamaha Zuma.
No.
The ones we got.
No, those are fun.
I had my red Zuma. You had your Yamaha.
What was that? Like a 150? Was that a 150?
It was only a 50, but we worked them.
Oh,
we put big kits on them, and then Michael had the Vino.
That's right. We pumped them all up.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, those things we would just lock them up as long and as hard as you could, right? Just skidding everywhere. Yeah, I almost forgot about that thing. Yeah, that thing was great. I don't have that. No, I just have my Vespa, and Rachel's got a Vespa. We've had them for a long time, but they're like new, man. They're
Yeah. You know what's funny is people ask me, like, oh, you got bikes, you got all this stuff, you got cars, and I'm like, no. As far as cars go, I don't really have anything that doesn't hold 6 people.
Yeah.
Because my family's big, but I was collecting scooters, man. I had 6 scooters at one time. It was funny. Even old ones, man. I had this old Honda Express. It was an Urban Express 50 from like 82. And I was like, I got too much scooters. I'm going to sell it. You know who bought it? Ted's V Twin for the museum.
No way.
Yeah, it's in the museum over there.
Was it nice? Was it in good shape?
It was mint condition. It was a 1982.
No way. He called you up. He's like, I'll take it?
Yeah, he bought it, man. I put it on Facebook Marketplace for sale. And he contacted me, and he wanted it for his museum because that dude's got like every year of everything.
Yeah, he does. He really does, man. Amazing. Yeah, Motorcyclepedia down there. They do a good job.
They do. I know. But it was closed for COVID when I went there. It was all shut down, so I just delivered it, But I kind of looked in there, man. He's got a lot of bikes in that place.
I'm telling you, man. When they open up, you get a chance, go in there because it'll blow.
What everybody says.
It'll blow your mind. They got every year of Indian from 01 to 53.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Every single year goes all the way around the room, dude. Unbelievable. And every kind of make and model motorcycle, even not only American, but all kinds of European. It'll blow your mind. Even the innovations and the some of the design that you see and some of the bikes, like people were really cutting edge back then. I mean, it'll blow your mind. Technology that you think didn't exist then, All mechanical, but cool,
Yeah, well, remember when we went to Jay Leno's? You remember that?
Yeah, I'm very impressed.
He was, because remember, he had that one remember he had a couple airplane hangars, but the one was strictly motorcycles. He had all them old Vincents and all them old
Amazing.
bikes. You never even see him.
Nope.
I know. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I got into the old bikes about 5 years ago. I got a couple of old. I collect original paint stuff. So I got 3 early original paints. I got the 09 Indy and the 13 Excelsior and the 15 Thor right now. And then you haven't been to my shop, have you? You haven't been there.
No, I said that to Melissa
You're
the
gonna
other day.
have to come by.
And I'm like, you know what?
You should.
I know.
It's
I
cool.
know. I got to make sure you're there and just come by.
Yeah, just call me, you know. I think you'll like it, dude. It's all like killer old signs and historical pieces. I've been doing that for like 5 years, but heavy into it, like collecting really good stuff, you know.
You're preserving the art too, you know, even when you get it.
It's all American history, Vin. It's all our American history. It really is, whether it's gas and oil advertising or actual motorcycles. I have a Zeppelin from 1928. It's a pre-production scale model. It's a scale prototype of the Akron built by Goodyear. You got to see it. It's 10 feet long, and it's just a scale model made out of Duralume, which is like this really strong light aluminum that they built these Zeppelins out of. Just, dude, it's such a piece of history. It's like an actual piece of history, not just a cool sign or advertising. It's historically important, you know.
And we've been really fortunate enough to really get our hands and even touch history with like this. You know, I was thinking about it the other day because I still got some little pieces from the Statue of Liberty. Remember when we were doing that stuff?
Yeah.
Little pieces of that cable that we had. Remember them slivers? All
that is so weird you say that, because now with the way I collect, that stuff is like holy grail stuff. And I always think, why didn't I keep, I don't know, you know, back then we had that stuff, even from 9/11, from the you can't get that stuff anymore from the buildings. But we had that Nelson stud that we put on top of the bike, you know, on top of the fire bike.
We
And
had that one beam that was there too. Remember that beam that those guys brought in?
think about the bikes we built, dude. We got bikes that are like at national monuments, like that Liberty bike. I mean, that's just like, you know, it's crazy.
Crazy that bike too, because we had our hands on stuff on that like no one could really get a hold of. You know what I mean?
Ever.
I brought that suitcase down, and he had all them original cables going up through the Liberty, through the Statue of Liberty, and the lead encased wires and all that stuff.
Crazy. You know, and even think then we did the 9/11, the New World Trade Center bike.
And we had to restore it.
And then we had to restore it. That was a real, like, kind of crazy piece to do. That whole bike was crazy to do, wasn't it? But it came out wild, didn't it? It came out, like, right what it needed to be.
That's funny, because they were just doing a whole thing on a memorial of that place, and it showed the Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah.
They sent me the file to that, but it was such a weird file.
Yeah, to reconfigure it.
To make sense out of that thing. But when we did, it just came out so good, man.
Good, man. We did good stuff together, man. We really did. Think about it. You know, I think about it like we really made history together in a major way. You know, think about it like 20 years of television, 10 years of television, right? 10 years of American Chopper. And all like what we did, like 25, 30 episodes a year for 10 years. That's an unbelievable. And really when we started, we created a genre of television. We didn't even know what we were doing, but it happened. And, you know, reality shows, there were no reality shows but ours, really. I mean, like the way ours was done, you know. And so
you think had no idea what we were doing.
No idea. We just were. Yeah.
I was a mechanic, you know.
Yeah.
Start building bikes. We're gonna film you, okay?
I'll tell you, people love it.
You were an iron worker.
Yeah.
Bikes on the side.
That's it.
You know?
It just developed into a thing, man. You know, amazing. And Discovery really afforded us a global audience. Think about it, for all those years, man.
Right, the chances of that. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable, Montgomery, dude. Like where we live, come on. It's not real. It still doesn't seem real at times, you know, like, and especially in the beginning, remember how crazy it was. I mean, it was almost scary. It was almost scary. That's how big it got.
It was because it was right beginning of 2003 when it really blew up. It was because we were just regular dudes, you know, you're just like, what the heck?
All of a sudden you couldn't even go to the mall. Really, man. I remember that. And I was like, wow, this is cool, but a little freaky, you know? We had like a large group of people in that shop, you know, always working. And we had fun, man. We really did. Those early days, we laughed so hard. Even our road trips, dude, when we were taking the motorhome down with the fly swat 40-foot trailer, we were like 110 feet long. But it was so crazy driving all night down to Louisiana to that. What was that? Something pony, steel pony. You remember that?
Steel pony.
Oh my God.
You remember we ran out of diesel fuel? Me and my father walked to the gas station to get diesel. And we had to prime the pump. We had diesel fuel all over us.
Oh, geez, dude. It was so crazy. You almost always got a flat on the trailer, right? It was like you almost always got flats. That's funny. I remember that the first time your dad came down with us, we went down like a father-son trip down there.
That was Steel Pony, yeah. You and your dad and me and my dad.
Oh, geez. That was crazy, man.
Silver Fox, I think he might have came too.
Yeah. I seen him not too long ago. He looks good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, listen, man, I appreciate it. We'll catch up some more, but I really appreciate you being a part of this, and I'm looking forward to, you know, kind of working together in some capacity, you know, with this show, and who knows where it goes, you know. But
yeah, and it's nice too because we could do it like this. I could still, you know, do my stuff. I got my family still here, you know. It's like you don't gotta like go away and travel away for a week, you know.
That's the beauty of this. Even for anyone who gets involved, there's no, other than what we're doing right now, there's really no other commitment, no real time commitment that's anything significant. And traveling's not even an option, so that wouldn't work anywaes at this stage.
Right,
You
exactly. It works out perfect.
So okay, well, good, Vince. All right, buddy. Well, you look great. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're okay, man. You know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody's doing good. You still look good, man. Right, 10 years later.
Fine, you know. I keep the beard short because there's so many grays. I got to keep it short because if I grow it out, I look like I'm 80.
Oh my God, I got gray stripe up here.
Oh, geez. All right, buddy. Well, listen, man, I'm going to be getting you some of these entries pretty soon. I'm going to probably give them to you in waves of 10 so you can look at them, and then we'll get back together and make some decisions.
All right, awesome.
All right?
Cool, man. Thanks, buddy, man.
Thanks, man. I'll talk to you. Thanks.